My name is Yuffie, materia hunter and elite ninja operative for the interim Wutai government. I left my beloved homeland behind to bring an end to Shinra's reign of terror and prove that Wutai's not to be trifled with.
The utter notion of remaking the legendary Final Fantasy VII was never going to be an all-pleasing cup of tea, and even though a remake isn't precisely what Final Fantasy VII Remake ended up being, it was still a masterful resurgence that courageously paved a refreshing identity for the subseries. Its ending left on the cliffhanger of an unknown journey continuing, and the adventure has finally progressed half a decade later. Now, we're in the era of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, a follow-up that had arguably so much more to live up to than its predecessor, primarily due to the cast leaving the setting of Midgar. The collective concern many may have as to whether this colossal increase in scale could feasibly be adapted within the scope of modern gaming's AAA budget. Thankfully, after spending roughly 160 hours living and breathing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I can say that it not only remedies that concern, but the content in this game has elevated it to the status of one of the greatest JRPGs ever made.
Catch you later!
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth finds the cast venturing outside of Midgar into the broader world as they pursue the enigmatic Sephiroth, attempting to thwart his ominous plans. This sequel intricately weaves the familiar with the new, introducing additional plot threads, such as the presence of Zack Fair, into the well-loved tapestry of the original story. However, it's essential to note that Rebirth might not resonate with everyone, especially those critical of the first remake or newcomers hoping for an easy entry point into the series. A comprehensive understanding of the events and characters from the remake is crucial to fully grasp and appreciate the depth of Rebirth's narrative and character dynamics. The story ambitiously explores various themes and settings, from the haunting memories of Nibelheim to the culture richness of Cosmo Canyon, focusing significantly on world building. New allies join the journey, broadening the cast and adding depth to the overall adventure. However, not all the characters are playable, a decision that ultimately serves the game's narrative and pacing very well. And speaking of pacing, it's one of Rebirth's standout achievements. The flow of the story feels necessary and impactful, and each chapter plays a significant role in character development and advancing the plot. This pacing is further enhanced by a semi-open world design filled with engaging activities and a ton of minigames, ranging from chocobo breeding to the strategically addictive card game, Queen's Blood. The game overall requires a substantial involvement of time, encouraging players to dive deep into its expansive world. The semi-open world of Gaia has been crafted with care here, offering a variety of engaging activities that ensure exploration remains a compelling part of the experience. Combat too has seen refinements with the introduction of a synergy system and enhanced air combat mechanics, adding new layers of strategy to all the encounters. The inclusion of new characters introduces fresh dynamics to battles, though the game occasionally misses opportunities to further expand on the abilities of the returning characters. The materia system makes a welcome return, alongside revamped weapon upgrading mechanics and the introduction of folios, which offers extensive customization options to each weapon. Further, the game's post-completion content, including a challenging hard mode and additional combat trials, ensures that adventures don't end with just the main story. Now, I won't spoil what those are, but when it comes down to it, Rebirth knows exactly what it's doing on both a story and gameplay level, as it confidently boasts magnificent player freedom, writing prowess, and a variety that doesn't overextend itself.
Hey there! I was just checking my uniform. For lit. Y'all know how it is. Ha ha, very funny. I could have shot you.
You look...
What?
wow.
In its entirety, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a testament to Square Enix's ambition and craftsmanship. It manages to balance innovation with nostalgia, delivering a narrative and a gameplay experience that is both familiar and refreshingly new. Despite minor technical issues, the game's overall performance, voice acting, and musical scores are exemplary, showcasing the developer's commitment to delivering a high-quality experience. The sequel not only sets a high bar for the trilogy's conclusion, but also cements its place as a bold and an imaginative continuation of the Final Fantasy VII saga. As we delve deeper into the specifics, it's clear that Rebirth's narrative ambition is matched by its gameplay innovation. The game introduces a variety of minigames and side quests, each designed to enrich the world and provide a break from the main story. From the strategic depth of Queen's Blood to the exhilarating chocobo races, these activities offer a diverse range of experiences that cater to different player preferences. Moreover, the game's combat system, which is already a highlight of the remake, has been further refined to offer a more dynamic and engaging experience. The synergy system in particular adds a new layer of tactical depth, encouraging players to experiment with different character combinations and strategies. The introduction of new playable characters, each with their own unique abilities and combat styles, further enriches the gameplay experience as well. There are parts of the story where the playable roster of characters are limited, which might disappoint some, but it ends up serving the narrative's pacing and development, ensuring that each character's introduction feels meaningful as well as impactful.
To her. The lady works fast. Well, this was fun. See ya.
Hey!
The game's open world design deserves special mention. The world of Rebirth is a marvel of modern game design, blending sprawling landscapes with densely packed urban environments. Each location is imbued with its own identity, from the bustling streets of Junon to the mystical ambiance of Cosmo Canyon, offering players a rich tapestry of environments to explore. The sense of exploration is further enhanced by the game's visual and auditory design, which brings the world of Final Fantasy VII to life in stunning detail. On a technical side, Rebirth performs admirably with smooth frame rates and visually stunning environments. While there are some occasional issues with lighting transitions, these are all minor blemishes on an otherwise impeccable presentation. Further, the voice acting and musical score, as expected, are top-notch, further immersing players in this game's world. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a remarkable achievement that pushes the boundaries of what a sequel can be. It successfully expands on the foundation laid by its predecessor, offering a deeper and more immersive experience that will surely delight fans. With its intricate narrative, engaging gameplay, and stunning world design, Rebirth sets a new standard for the series and leaves players eagerly anticipating the final chapter of this epic saga. As Square Enix continues to redefine what's possible in the realm of video game storytelling and design, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth stands as a shining example of their creative prowess and dedication to their craft. Noisy Pixel is giving Final Fantasy VII Rebirth a 10 out of 10. Thanks for watching. This video is brought to you by our supporters on Patreon. Noisy Pixel is run by a group of gamers providing independent gaming coverage through news, reviews, previews, and more. Check out our Patreon to help support our continued growth and subscribe to keep up with all our future content.
Noisy Pixel.